watercolour, and I've just wetting the paper a little bit, not too much, just a little bit to drop colours in. And I'm going to drop a little bit of sienna in here. Let me show you like I did the last time. It'll be and then you just mix it around in your palette like that. And then all I'm doing really is taking that harsh white off the paper. And then look, I'm going to mix ultramarine blue. Keep the paintings should be done under a minute really. And you just drop these colours in. You see how I tend to start from the top down, and as I've been saying, it dries so much lighter than when you put it on, and you've got to allow for that. So I'm going to mix a little bit now of the burnt umber, which is that like a brown colour there, and I'm going to mix some ultramarine blue with it, but it's sort of a greyish blue really. And let's take that hair off the brush, and let's just drop this in then. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. And the water, see, does the work basically. It just disperses the actual paint, and you're getting there a bit of, variation in the sky, and so I work from that end and then to this end, and we don't really need to do much more than that. This is our third lesson now in watercolour painting, and if you've noticed, we've been doing very little by way of drawing. We've just been, and the reason for that is you want to get used to applying the actual paint, and that's what you want. You don't want to be getting into drawing is far too challenging at this stage. Just there we go, and you can see how it's such a light touch, and again, this is not a lot of drawing to this. It's what's known as the sleeping giant. It's at the top of the Swansea Valley. Now I'm going to mix some lemon yellow there with the blue. And I might mix a little bit of the darker cadmium yellow with it too, and see if that's what I want. Yeah, I think that's more or less. And I'm going to get that in. Now you've got a lot of the fern that's gone off, so I want that colour in here. And in fact, it's quite vivid really. So I'm going to mix some cadmium red with a bit of that lemon yellow, and see what that is like. And I think, yeah, that is great. I'm happy with that. So the light is going to catch that. I'll have that darker in here than what's up there. And I'm going to mix some of the light red with it. Go back to the blue. So it's a bit of a darker mix in here now. But then I still want to get the green. So it's, and let's get that down in here. Let it all merge together, and there we go. Because I'll be getting some like trees down in here, and there'll be hedgerows and whatever. I'm going to a finer brush now, and I want to get that off there. So it's still a Chinese brush, but it's a smaller one, more manageable. And I'm going to take that off. Now we should really wait till that dries, right? But I'm going to go on here, and I'm going to not go up to the water line too much, so it disperses a little bit. It won't really matter. And there we go. So it's just a rough profile at this stage. That'll be his face looking upwards, the giant, and that'll be his belly. And this is up in the top of the Swansea Valley. This is just before you'd get to Graig. On your left there's a profile, and if you were to look up, you would see this profile really, known locally as the sleeping giant. And I'm not going to do much more than that really at this stage. I think I'll just leave him there, and I don't think we can do much more than that. And just let that go off a bit, and then we can come back onto that and accentuate when that's dried a little. And that's enough for this stage. Right, here's our second session now of what's known as the sleeping giant, top of the Swansea Valley. Now I'm just going to build on this now and get, you've got like crags here and there, the rock that's protruding. And so I want to just get that where it's breaking out from. And what you can do, so you can wash it away, you can, I've drawn all the water out of the brush, and then I actually, it's going to nothing then, you see, that's, so ultramarine blue, I'm mixing a little bit of cadmium red, but it's still very blue, and then I might get a bit up on here, and we'll get some stonework, and I'm going to lighten this with gouache later. And we've got a lot actually down here where the stonework protrudes. And what I can do, as you'll see in a second, I'm going to soak all this up with a fine brush, so it's that much lighter. You see that? But already we're given a bit of depth, see, to this, what's up here, compared to the rest of the painting. See, there's more depth up here now, and I'm going to just smudge it a little bit, take it back a bit. So, and then what I can do then, as that goes off more, get accentuate a little bit more. But for now, let's, I want to get some darks in here, so that this light, this lovely russet colour, stands out more. So let's take that up there. So it's like it's falling away down into the depth here. And there we are. That's better. That's giving more depth there. So what we'll do now, let's, I want to mix some sort of autumny colours that you'll have with the hedgerows. But let's have a look and see if that will work. Yeah, I think that's better. So what I've done, I've mixed together a bit of sienna with a bit of light red. And I'm only staggering this here and there. And I'll be coming back in then to accentuate it. And as it comes nearer, it'll be that more pronounced and that bit darker. So let's get that in here now. So I'm mixing some colours in here now. And I want to keep the bottom fairly straight and the top's more jagged. See what's happening here now. So if I keep the bottoms fairly straight and drop a different bit of colour in there, and I haven't got a lot of time to do much more than this, but what we'll do, we're going to get some trees up in here, and that will break it. And when I said about with the dragging the brush, let's give you an example of this here now. I'm mixing light red with some ultramarine blue. And let's just see if we can get away with this now. Yeah, because the paper is rough, it's leaving areas, you see, of the undercoat coming through. And what I can do then, I can come back to that and I can accentuate it this way. I can get some colour in there, here and there. In here as well. And let's get some of the blue in. And you're just going to, you can see what's happening now. You're getting that bit of something going on. It's something, nothing actually, just a bit of nonsense, but but it registers, see, and gives that sort of depth to the painting. And then we're going to have some trees coming up here, which I'll do in the last session. You'll see that, how that all comes together. Okay. I'm going to sort of finish everything off now, and you're using darker paint, which means you're using less water, and you're using more paint. And let's just see how we get on. So, be careful of this. We don't overdo this. We just want to do a little bit here and there. We don't want it to actually look like a face. But yet we do want that profile to stand out, where it looks like there's a giant sleeping. Yeah, that's okay, that's fine, I'm happy with that. And we're just going to, so now these are only just dots here and there, but because I've got less paint, it's registering on top of the paint that is there. And you see that, so it's giving the effect of like stonework, crags are breaking through. And but you see the definition that's there now. And I'm going to bring some of that down in here, but not much, just here and there. And what I need to do now is, so again, cadmium red and the ultramarine blue. And what I'm going to do is this is like a tree, just a suggestion of a tree. I haven't gone for a lot of detail, but just getting some of these branches in here now will, so I'm using the rigger and a very light touch. And so here we are, this is the sleeping giant up top of the Swansea Valley. Near Craignos. So now what I'm going to do, let me show you, this is gouache, this is white gouache, and I'm going to mix it with a little bit of white. Okay, so what will happen now, I'll have like a lightish blue will register on the dark. Can you see like that? Because you're going to have the rocks that are breaking through here, which will be that bit lighter. So this is the purists say you shouldn't use this. So a lot of artists, watercolorists, they would put masking fluid on before they would start. But there we go, I have the patience for that, so this is more. But can you see the effect of that now? And if I come up to here, we're going to get that in here as well, in parts. And then we want some crags breaking through. But here as well, just on that top there. And what we can do is go over it with a bit of white as well, and see for it to stand out. And I think that'll be enough. I could do with a bit of darker colour, I think, just to go in there. That's more like it then. So let's get the darker colour here as well. But we're nearly finished now, and just to show you with the gouache. Now, if I was to go white, look, watch what will happen here now. You see how that's really starting to stand out as stones now on top of there. Can you see that? But it's only a light touch. You don't want to overdo this. It's just that little bit here and there. And there we go. That's more or less it, I think. Just there's a little bit I need to do by there, I think, where the light would catch that stonework there, and catch there, and catch there too, and there. And there's the sleeping giant.